Okay, welcome. This is the 30th annual Friends of the North Public Library meeting. The 30th. We celebrated our 30th anniversary this year, and I'm so glad that you could come to this special event tonight. Okay? My name is Carol Jenkins, and I am president of the Friends. I'd like all the Friends of the North Public Library board members to please stand up and be recognized. Thank you. Thank you. The Friends of the North Public Library is a community-based membership organization dedicated to supporting and promoting the North Public Library through advocacy, special programs, and financial support. And that's what the Friends do. If you look over here, brochure, I'd like you to take the brochure. On the back is a flow code that takes you to our website to tell you all about the Friends and what they're about and what we do. And we are advocates for this library because we love this library. I have been a board member of 28 years on Friends of the Library. Out of the 30 years, I have been a board member for 28 of those years. So, and I'm very proud to be a board member. And I'm very proud to be a member of the Friends. And this year we have had a wonderful new director that we're so pleased with and so glad to have her as our board. And Jocelyn, she will come up and say a few words. I'm also so pleased to announce that we have a wonderful, wonderful liaison, Anna C. Webb, who has been so supportive of our Friends, and she is our right hand. Anna C., please stand up so be recognized because she has done a wonderful job. Thank you. Now, I'm going to call up Anita Crawford. She is our treasurer, and I think she's been the treasurer for about 20 of the years that we have been in existence. So, Anita, would you come up and give the treasurer's report?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Okay, we started off the year with $9,424.27. During the year, we took in $4,005.31, giving us a total at that time of $13,429.58. Our expenses for the year totaled $4,249.69. And our ending balance as of today is $9,179.89. Any questions? Very well.
All in favor of those who can vote? Okay. Any oppositions? Any abstentions? Thank you. We couldn't do any fundraisers last year. So what I asked to do was the membership that we had, I asked them to donate an extra $30 for our 30th anniversary to try to put money into our treasury since we could not do anything at all in 2020. And I was so pleased that we got over $3,000 in donations from asking for the extra $30 from our membership. And I'm very, very proud of that. I thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Okay, committee reports. Dan, do you want to come up and give a committee report?
It is a great pleasure for me to share with you that we will have our annual book sale this year, first time in 4 years. And it will be in the last week of March, full week of March, Thursday the 24th, Friday the 28th, and 25th, and Saturday the 26th. it has for many years been our most significant fundraiser. And I'm pleased to say that we have already an amazing inventory of books. And I will share some of that with you later when I introduce the first speaker. But it's just beyond wonderful. And we had a previous director considered the book sale to be insignificant, unimportant. And over the 12 years I've been chairman of this sale, I've had some just deeply moving experiences. When you see a child up with their book, which they were looking for, and they're beaming, you know there's hope for the future. And I can tell you, we get a lot of books to children, and we actually give them away under the tree wrapped. So I am, again, very happy for this, and I hope to see all of you there next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Jennifer, you come up and do the everyday book sale.
Hi, everyone. I'm the chairperson of the Everyday Book Sale, which is housed in the Library Cafe and Friends Bookstore. Over almost the last 2 years, I guess, since the pandemic began, the bookstore unfortunately has been closed, but the good news is that we are now ready to get into the space. Thank you, Jocelyn, and clean it up and organize it and restock the shelves. So we'll continue to offer children's books and adult books, most of which are in very, very good shape for only $1 a piece. So it's a great bargain for anyone. We're looking forward to opening the bookstore hopefully in a couple of months, which will be a great boon to all the newer book lovers out there. So please, we'll make an announcement when we are opening. In the meantime, we will be wrapping and giving away free children's books and adult books, which we will place under the Christmas tree in the lobby. Thank you.
Thank you. I have Anita here for membership, but I think I already spoke about membership. So we'll table that one right now. So now I want to bring up Jocelyn Bolden Dixon, who is the director of the library, and she's going to give a few remarks.
Thank you, Carol. I just want to say thank you. That's the word that comes to mind when I think of all of you. So I just have little notes. I don't ramble too much, but it's from my heart. Thanks for another year of your work, your support, and your dedication to the library. It's really exciting to hear how long some of you have been here. That's amazing. And so I look forward to getting the opportunity for another year again in 2022. Welcome to our new members and supporters. Look forward to working with you also. I see you out there, and I think yes, setting things up. So looking forward to it. Thank you for joining us. I also want to give a shout out to Anna C. She is also my right-hand woman, and I appreciate her liaisoning with the absolutely well deserved. I am looking forward in 2022 to this book sale I've heard so much about. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to activate it. I too think book sale is really important. And what a painless way to fundraise. People love it. You put books in people's hands. The books get another life. Why not? So I do happily endorse that. And I'm looking forward to the cafe being open and it's totally cleared out and ready for takeoff. You all know what I mean by that. So there is no one in there. So it's all yours. So looking forward to activating that space too. So I just want to end and say if there's ever anything that you need, ever want to ask me anything, if I can be of service, if something's not going quite right, please reach out, call me, reach out to Anna, she'll let me know. And that's really it. I'm always available. So take care. And again, I just want to end the way I began with a thank you.
Okay, now for the highlight of the evening. Daniel Kitchen is going to come up and introduce our guest speaker, a fellow Rotarian. Although we're not of the same club, we're still fellow Rotarians, and we plan to work together as Rotarians. Daniel?
Every now and then when you walk through life, you come into contact with people who give you a new perspective and a new understanding. This summer, I was very honored. Michael Meyer was as Dutch, but I got a call that he had 40,000 books that he was looking to give. So I went down to an office building here in Newark. On the floor was these huge Gaylord boxes of books. They were all brand new books. They were 95% nonfiction. There were educational books. If you wanted one of these $75 manuals on nursing, it was there. There were a bunch of books that related to training firemen, which immediately caught my because so in this activity was the function of the energy of Michael Meyer. And we were together several months. And he was always there at the call. He said no to no. And it's impressive to read that he's had a life in investment banking. He's now with Rotary, and he's a senior partner as well. And he has been for many years in the work. And I knew very little of the work before. You hear about it, it's been around forever. And I was very pleasantly surprised to find out good work they do in the selflessness. In fact, I've offered to join. So without that, I would introduce Dutch.
Thank my friend. I moved here. I didn't know anyone. So when I walked in, I didn't know you, and you didn't know me. I got to know you. I fell in love with you. You are my brother, and I really want to just acknowledge, honor you always being around me. That you would choose when you were around my big man to kind of make room, create a pack and make room for my garbage, and continue to treat me like your father. Thank you. Yeah, Rotary. Thank you, man. That's to present this to you.
Thank you.
So, good evening all. Thank you for taking your valuable this. For those of you who have had the pleasure of knowing me since I moved here just a year ago, I truly, I can only imagine not had the chance to meet me, I would say, have a pen, and you're gonna want to mark this date. You're gonna want to look back at your wonderful lives. You're gonna want to remember where did it go downhill? Where was I? Everything just completely fell apart. Just take a moment and do that. Madam President, friends of the life, you are phenomenal. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for who you are. Thank you for choosing to be the contribution that you are to New York. Does any of you know a young lady by the name of Wilhelmina Holder? Yeah. She here? She not looking good. Just powerful. Any of you know Amina Bay? She runs, I guess, emergency services for children and families throughout New York. These ladies are just powerful. You meet them, you never forget them. And Wilhelmina, if you know Wilhelmina, she'll just you can be in Indonesia. She'll pop up with the best things for you to do. You can be anywhere. I bet you can be in the upper. Just have something for you to do. Just an amazing spirit. So I hope that she would join us. But just like tonight. Jules. My name is Michael Miner. Many of you know me as Dutch. Dutch. Dutch was a name given to me when I lived in New York and worked in Manhattan, worked in Wall Street. I then, in '89, I took the name Dutch and I created what I thought Dutch would be. Dutch represented two things: peak, optimum performance, satin scene, man, living, enjoying living in Manhattan. I also created the Dutch hope, this empowerment. Change is just what it is. Transform our lives. That put inside of us. Just accidental activist is more of a question. What is that? What is activism? Is advocating? Was it raised in space? Activist wasn't raised in space. Advocating. I worked on Wall Street for a number of years. I didn't get to Wall Street through some phenomenal experience. I didn't get there through some wonderful college. I didn't get there because large companies came to me recruiting. I didn't go to college. I was raised in Philadelphia. Jehovah's Witness. Never had the experience of having a Jehovah's Witness now. They're relentless. Better be ready. They're gonna walk away. You're gonna be scheduled for Bible school. So I proselytized boy, tenure. At that moment, my mother felt her teaching in the Bible that witnesses don't go to college. free. There was no argument. What we were allowed to do was we were allowed to knock on doors, proselytize, Bible studies, so the Watchtower and Wake magazines, convert people to that religion. So I did that when I was 10 years old. We can recognize very early I had an ability to show up and knock on that door as a 10-year-old. Watchtower and Wake up. Put my foot in the door. Sometimes they would try to close it. Sometimes they were prepared for dressed. That wasn't my issue. It was to save their soul. You have your soul saved if you're making it. What I did realize growing was that there was a relationship, it was almost direct, between showing up, being prepared, saving souls, and needs. Show up, watch out, wait, quarter. Something about that dynamic at 10, I really knew I wanted to be somewhere where I could show up, give someone something they really, or enroll someone in something they desired. It's very good getting one of these. I guess I could say at a very early age, I was a capitalist. Period. Full stop. All about the money. About the transaction. It's tough. How many things you get for $10? I recognized very early that economic gain came through industry, sales, and learning. Didn't matter. I recognized as a young Jehovah's Witness, I could do that. When you go to college, that ability to enroll people was recognized very early. It was recognized by a group 10, probably most well-known titans in the industry in Manhattan. In 1989, I got a call. And I knew it was an older man. I started with Hawaii and Duxbury from Harvard Business School. Me and my friends adopted somebody. I don't necessarily want to adopt a young kid from Harvard, Yale, or Princeton. They all have their hand up. He said, we want somebody stupid, real dumb. One of our friends from Philadelphia mentioned your name. I knew he was smart. And I said, you don't have to tell me how smart you are. I think you can find me. You're the smartest person that exists. He laughed and I laughed. And about 2 weeks later, this group brought me to Manhattan and gave me an apartment. 16 They believed in me. They said, it doesn't matter that you didn't go to Harvard, Yale, it's walk around the corner with us, teach everything. We were able to continue. That's what we do. Strangers. Without having to way down here. I had no idea what it meant to actually serve pleasure someone else. What is it? What is it really? What is it to serve? Anyone in this room, could you, if you are, feel that you are an activist, an advocate, just so I can get power of that, just raise your hand. You are, I mean, an activist, purpose, serving, have someone else get something. That kind of act always means for define that. I don't know. I didn't know what it was. It had one of these attached to it. I'd have both of my hands in. I don't think we're having the same conversation. It's not what it was. Rotary is a global network. 1.4 million neighbors. They solve problems. They see the world come together. They unite as neighbors and human beings, and they take action to create lasting change across the globe in our communities themselves. More than 110 years, Rotary's people of action have used their passion and energy and intelligence to create sustainable projects. Literacy, peace, water, health. We're always working to better our world. Rotarians are committed to that. Please show the first video.
It is the world's largest, biggest service organization.
Rotary is 1.2 million members strong. And when you have an idea and you want to support a group of people or an individual, there'll always be somebody in Rotary who will join you in your quest.
I have found Rotary to be filled with people who are engaged and interested in a diverse array of subjects and people.
It's love. You gotta love people. You gotta love service. You have to love this great organization. I've never met a Rotarian that I didn't get that feeling from.
Rotary is service. And you don't come to Rotary to get something out of it. You come to Rotary to put something into it. And once you've put something into it, you will get something out of it, but it won't be what you expect. It'll be better.
Rotary members believe that we have a shared responsibility to take action on the world's most persistent problems and issues. We do this work in 6,000 Rotary clubs. Peace, fighting disease, fighting clean water and sanitation, hygiene, saving mothers and children, supporting education, growing local economies, protecting our environment. Did you know, with the exception of Afghanistan and any country, Rotary takes the honor of knowing that we eradicate polio. Oh. Reasons. What if? Just be with that. Eradicate. What does that even set tension on 8, like if we choose to take up the cause, what would that be like? If we choose to take into that is the benefits to Rotary. Let's go down the list. Friendship,
If you're watching this, there's probably clean
clean sinks,
water in your bathroom, your kitchen, and your cup. That's not the
professional development,
case for 844 million people worldwide. You can make an impact by joining Rotary's Water, Sanitation, and Hygiene Education Initiative. Together with our partners, we can solve the clean water crisis by 2030. We're already hard at work. Our local Rotary clubs mobilize community partners and invest in resources to provide clean
continuing education, fun, public speaking skills, we need some help there, global citizens, travel, next gen programs, developing your social skills, opportunities for your family, educational skills, ethics, cultural awareness, community connections and engagement. Just the opportunity to serve. Imagine that. Opportunity to serve. Some of you are aware that I only recently, less than a year, moved into Newark. Some of you, many of you also know is lived in South Orange, raising my family for the last 15 years. And after that, first I decided I'm going to stay in Maplewood to stay close to my family, 3 small children. Most of you may not know that I left Costa Rica right after 9/11. 9/11 was a change. And I'm sure it was for many. Some things didn't mean as much to me. So there was some transformation probably happening then. I chose life that traveled a lot. Also, chose to take on 3 children who were in the elementary school. I breakfast every morning. We had a conversation. Just didn't need whatever it was. Most were going to me. Number 11. Just have to look at ourselves and see being like what our resume said. It said excesses is a lot. Me, there was a missing. Chose for discovery. So, first time I had to move, I found a landlord. Strange. Very, very different political affiliations. But he did have what I needed, and I needed a place that was close to my children. I could keep certain things intact. Man, the landlord said, I'll give you this space for you to be close to your kids for only 2 reasons. One, he said he and his wife had engaged in a 4-day, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. educational technology. It's called Landmark Hall. psychology, being of human being. So I can tell by the way you're being, take it to did. Transform my life. And he also said, I also belong to an organization in New York, Rotary. What's that? And then he began to say to me the things that I've been saying to me. Service, activism, a strange organization. And I asked, is it paid? And he said, no. Blood trickled down my lip. He was saying, why would you do something like that? He said, you do it for service. So being inside of some transition, I was able to get that. I never thought about belonging to a service organization. But I said, okay, do it. And I joined the Rotary. Lived there for about a year. In that year, I made another choice. My children, all children, they have this wonderful gift. They're able to come into the parents' room and private pocket. You say, hey, thinking about it. You want to try it when you wake up? As a parent, you get one eye open, held open, and say, that's a good idea. Sleep a little longer. Let's do that. In that moment, your children are literally creating their life. My son. Children in how many of them don't get to the parents' eye open and say, hey, I was thinking, what would that be like to allow children, young adults, to create their life? What would it be like to be a stand for them? Obviously, I'm already being told. So I chose to open it and to sit inside the distinction band, be able to provide young people the opportunity of 25 mentees, 20 and 30. Speak to each of them for about half an hour every week. I talk to them about their being, where they're out of integrity, what they need to clean up in their lives. How are they occurring to people in their lives? Is there structure in your life? Slowly you begin to see amazing new workers. These are new workers. What do you call it? New workers? What is it? New workers? What is it? New workers? New workers? New workers. I begin to see these new workers literally transform their life. When I got here, joined the Rotary, just got sat inside of what Rotary was, and I realized much activism more aligned than I thought it was. So I couldn't wait to do a project here in New York. I got a call one day. It was from one of my mentors, also a Rotarian. Some of you may know Don Byatt. Don called and said, how are you? I said, I'm fine. He said, what you up to? I said, not much. He said, we got a project for you. So I want you to go over to this bookstore. It's on the corner of Market Street and University, right across from Essex County College. I just left, I sat on the board, foundation board, so I knew Essex County College. He said that he's got some books. I want you to go get those books. books out to families and organizations, and children, and teachers, and we're gonna give them all out. And I didn't even ask. I said, not a problem. I'm your guy. So when you get there, there's gonna be some sorority members there. So, okay, Beta Alpha of the campus, Mother Pearl. Beta Alpha Beta. I'm so excited that I never even thought to ask Don, why would I need a partner? Just some books. So I get there and I get into the building, and everywhere I looked, touched, smelled books. I said, how many books do you think you have? A little over 40. I said, this is a lot more than 40 books. I could have taken 40 books with me. So 40,000. So I think that's about right, 40,000. I was in action. Talked to a gentleman on 550 Broadway and told him what I was doing. Just like that. And I enrolled him. What was with us? We're gonna enroll people. He gave me 17,000 square feet. And the task was to get the books from there to here, take all the books out of the boxes, categorize the books, catalog the books, and then go out and give these books away. One problem. I didn't know anybody. 40+ thousand books, we didn't know one statement. Sat there, and I thought, I'm here. What happened? You can believe that it's gonna happen. Slowly, stakeholders start introducing themselves, wanting to create an impact. They wanted to do a project. Could you now show those projects? There should be about 8 of those videos. Whatever you like. Get in your lane.
If you're watching this, there's probably clean water in your bathroom, your kitchen, and your cup. That's not the case for 844 million people worldwide. You can make an impact by joining Rotary's Water, Sanitation, and Hygiene Education Initiative. Together with our partners, we can solve the clean water crisis by 2030. We're already hard at work. Our local Rotary clubs mobilize community partners and invest in resources to provide clean water, improved sanitation, and training. Our Rotarians are rooted in the community, collaborating with local leaders for long-term change. Each piece of this chain is connected, none more important than the other, but we need every link. We need you. Be a part of the solution. Be a part of 2030. Visit rotary.org/WASH.
Thank you, sir.
The community of Delagrande is about over an hour and a half by very bumpy, very hilly, several incredibly steep hills. So really only all-terrain vehicles or Jeeps can get through there.
Hi, Jen.
My name is Jenny Huntley, and I'm a registered midwife from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I've been volunteering with Midwives for Haiti.
Laissez cette mauvaise voix du danger, nous voulions pas vous déranger, mais notre silence plus tard pourrait bien nous juger. Les choses doivent être corrigées. Laissez cette mauvaise voix du danger, nous voulions pas vous déranger, mais notre silence plus tard pourrait bien nous juger. c'est en nous. M'a dit c'est plus pour notre malheur. Ne nous abusez plus. On sait pour notre avenir.
L'enfant profond, c'est pas malade, c'est malade.
Many women have told me they've come from quite a far distance, an hour, even a couple hours of walking. Women seem to really be drawn to having someone just do a quick assessment of them and feel their belly and hear the baby's heartbeat and hear that everything is going well. Being able to have someone say, yes, your health is important to us, and women are more likely to seek care when they've had care in the pregnancy. Because of the Jeep, we're going to be able to run these mobile clinics to include places like Delagrande that we haven't been able to go to because of distance. The plan is that once a month, women will be able to be seen at these far-reaching places.
Pensez pour notre avenir, il est donc temps de repenser votre rôle d'aîné.
Fetching water is a lot of fun. These women probably make 4 or 5 trips like this a day. This project will bring water right into the home. And these aren't just Rotary projects, they're community projects. These are their ideas. They'll do the work and take care of it because they own it.
Sí, lo que pasa es que normalmente
The 6 to 8 hours a day these girls spent fetching water is now spent at school. Water changes everything.
Easton is the oldest public high school in the city of New Orleans. It breathes the city because it holds a lot of tradition. When you look towards the school, you see this castle. And within this kingdom, everybody is a family.
We travel from place to place, trying to figure out where could we go, because New Orleans is our home.
I grew up in uptown New Orleans. I moved to Hammond, Louisiana.
I grew up in New Orleans, born and raised. Had to evacuate to Dallas, Texas, about 8 hours away.
We were determined that we were going to make it. But if this school didn't make it, the city will.
It is no either or, correct? It is both.
child had a book and every child had a seat.
Okay, he said it's 20 degrees Celsius. So
Science is just or more important. It was a beacon. Got it? Got it. And it gave momentum to others that wanted to come back and open schools.
To the flag of the United States of America.
It could not have happened without everybody working together and saying, you know, this is our city, this is our school.
Without the school, where do we have to go? I mean, to get an education and to possibly venture out into other worlds and come back and help our community. If the school would never reopen, what future will we have?
Rotarians, we came here when her mother and father died.
We picked this family around 2004. We are led by a young sister. So we gave them assistance in terms of health, in terms of food, and other utensils that they wanted as a normal child. When these children fall sick, we normally use their guardians and the neighbors, so they telephone to us and seek for help. Because this is a longer distance, in most cases they can't travel to the hospital. So they call us and explain what happens with them and what their problem is. We normally come, examine them, and treat them.
I want to become a nurse to help the orphans. I don't want to feel them when they are crying, sick, and they don't have anything to eat.
Despite the fact that their parents died, they wish to have the best life that we all have.
That's Rotary. Remember, my highlight of the week was going home on Wednesday and eating, showering, and running, and shirt in my bag, tie, free, borrowed the gloves, got until 9, shirt, go to work. Sometimes existence. So I had a problem. I got 40,000 plus books, got them inside of a 17,000 fit space. I don't know anybody. Slowly people would start to trickle in. There I was, chose to unload a Gaylord. So the boxes were 2,000. came out of there. Looked at him. Spent about 5 hours doing that. The box was about just half empty. Inside of that, I was thinking, in walks this. She looks at me, I look at her. 17,000 square feet. She's over there. I'm walking toward her because it was my volunteer. I can't wait to tell her what I need her to do. Once we're going to do this. Preachers, in that moment, change. Go prepared to tell her what I need her to do. Open my mouth. Out came, how are you, young lady? I bet you're Wilhelmina, the lady I talked to on the phone earlier. She said, yeah, I am Wilhelmina. So, well, I'm glad you're here. I need to tell you something. She looked at me back and she said, what do you need to tell me, Dutch? That moment I realized who I thought I was. I wasn't. And I made a choice in that moment how I was going to deal with this moment. I already knew I had no control over the situation. Instead, whatever they said, I have no idea what to do. She looked at me and she said, you didn't know that you were doing all there. You should be happy I still came. That's Wilhelmina, isn't it? I got her back. I said, let me tell you something I can do. She said, what's that, Dutch? So if you text me exactly how you like your bagels, both sides. You may want honey and butter on this side. You may want jelly on this side. You text me exactly how you want that, and you text me exactly, I don't want any problems, how you want your coffee. So you tell all your friends to text me that too. And when you walk in, one of those, I will go out and I will get each of you everything you want. And she looked at me and she said, give me your number. Give me your number. She texted me. I said, okay, I'm gonna go get it now. As I'm walking out, she said, wait a minute, Mitch. We got your back. I saw someone, I was crying in the elevator. So I had no idea what it was. Stakeholders, I meant all of these major organizational stakeholders that were there to serve the 20 people a day, serving the community, activists, advocating for something beyond themselves. And I had a great lane. I got to look at them and say, they were walking out, I said, where you going? To get some coffee. I said, that's not your lane. My lane. You get in my lane, I get the coffee. There was still some of that personality, that persona, that ego that we have. It would pop up. You could tell when you would hear. It would always start with 3 words. Hey, 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 what are you doing? Or, hey, 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 you already moved that. Or, hey, 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 hey. You fired the interns because they said they wouldn't work on the weekend. You need to sit down. It was the most amazing experience of my life. Serving someone. Rotarians live by very simple. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? official, going concern. That's it. Get that, and then create who you're going to be inside of that. Rotarians are problem solvers. So after completing the amazing book project, 5 months, I discovered inside of that missing. Rotarians have this amazing ability to discover what's missing, take the missing, put it in place, and that'll change everything. I had a conversation with a young lady, Unique James, put together down by Ivory, Susan McKay with the downtown district, Luna Bay. Now just hear me. I have now brain trust. I don't ever have to know anything. And I said to them, something that I'm noticing is that smaller organizations are extremely passionate. They know everyone on their block, but they may not have enough capacity to walk into it all and say, we want you to fund us. Not Audible's fault. They may not be sustainable. You just have to get a return. So I said, we're Rotarians. They called the president of the Rotary East Orange. I'm the president. They called the one in Boston and Irvington. We created President's Roundtable. So we have similar constituencies. Let's get together and let's create together. Back to what I said. I get that these small organizations are passionate about capacity. What if a 110-year-old organization walked in holding their hand? Yes, and we would do this globally. They said, let's put that together. In the moment, we're creating a way to take small organizations with passion, give them the capacity, work alongside them, build them up, so that then they can walk into these foundations, creations, they can then apply for and receive their own funding. That's what Rotarians do. We got to New York. Once I got to see the power, amazing individual power of the Rotary, you get to answer the question. In a conversation, some of you may know the Dean of African Studies, here. Funny. So something's not right too. Something's better. See, I'm just not who I thought I was. I'm this accidental activist. You said, no, you're not. Your ancestors have chosen who you were going to be in life. They allowed you to take a detour to have which one is your now in the history. They chose to pull you back. You being like it did. I'm an ex-Wall Street executive. I worked on Wall Street for a short period of time, some time ago in my life. Period. I am an advocate. I am an activist. I stand for human beings becoming untethered to whatever life they were thrown into, untethered to whatever way of being existed in the past. I am committed to them having a full life of power, love, joy, peace, and full self-expression. I am an activist, and I am a Rotarian. Thank you. Gracias. Are there any questions? Yes. I've been here, living here for less than a year. And it took us a while to be enrolled. In fact, some of us said, even we said, I'm glad that my kids are in those schools. We chose how we were going to affect change. We launched Partnership for Economic Development, federally registered super PAC, the Hain Building, start politically getting to look at all things economic, to housing, health, education, work. Pandemic came, that didn't happen. Still, we put that in right before the pandemic, and then just under a year ago, to center. Just really it's just more people. The eye when they look at you. I'm where I'm supposed to be. This is it. Rotary meets, our Rotary meets in person once a month, and then we meet by Zoom, if COVID still, twice a month. But when we met, it was just across the bridge to Harrison. It was an amazing restaurant as soon as you cross the bridge. I can't think of the name of that restaurant. Portuguese restaurant. We meet there every first Tuesday at noon. Yes. Do you have I think I sent you in my last email, our holiday party? I sent it in my last email. We just had a wonderful holiday party. What's today, Wednesday? We had it yesterday at the Spanish Pavilion. We had a number of just phenomenal children through Mina Bay, Emergency Family Services. Just about my children. And I had the wonderful opportunity for the last 3 years to be Santa. And just be full on a scale and with a sound and tenor that only children can hear. And just watch these children just be children. This is that's what it is to be with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael. We really appreciate that. Talking about Rotary, I'm the president of the East Orange Rotary, and we meet at the old mansion on Harrison Street. It's now the Omega Sci-Fi Resource Center. So if anybody's interested in joining Rotary, I mean, it's a wonderful organization. I'm the first female president of my club because Rotary didn't even allow women to join as members until 1989. It's ridiculous. 1989, women could not join as members. The wives of the Rotarian members could be what they call Rotary Anns. That's what they call them. But to be actual a Rotary member, but women were not allowed until 1989. I joined my club in 1991, and 3 years later, I was the president of my club. So if anybody ever wants additional information about Rotary, about what we Thank you, Annecy, always, okay? And partake of meals. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.